They sit in front of the video set all day watching those ridiculous Earth programs. It confuses them.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, hello.
This is Public Domain Poker. This is for all the people that say, wow, poker's great. It just needs something like public domain videos to go with it. So what we're watching is a sit and go, meaning it's a one table tournament. It's a double up, meaning half the table is going to lose, the other half of the table doubles their money. And on this site, we play for low stakes.
We often play as high as 25 cents a game.
Okay, not that low. So this video is going to cover a lot of like turn and river stuff. So before we get started with the tournament, I just want to go over a couple things.
Pay attention, please.
I know a lot of people think that these streets aren't as important as pre-flop and in the flop.
You just don't understand real street fighting, that's all.
And it's true that there's going to be some times in tournaments, especially when the blinds get really high, when you're not going to see a turn or a river. Sometimes it's going to get so crazy you're not even going to see the flop. But one thing you will see is you'll see a guy raise pre-flop. The flop comes, he does his normal c-bet, and then he's totally lost. He doesn't know what to do after that.
Right here in the middle of the street, man. Got to be careful, baby.
So if that's you, and every time you get into the later streets, you don't know how to take the turns, and you kind of look like this. Maybe this video will help get you a little closer to handling your turn strategies more like this.
Hey, take it easy around these turns, will ya?
When you're talking about the turn, a lot of it is how you say it. You could be like, all right, here's the turn, and you get another card. Or you could be like, here's the turn. All right, a brand new card is coming onto the board. It's a card for me. It's a card for you. And it's important. It's the exact same for the river. The hand is coming to an end. The shot clock says you got time for one more play. How many games do you know are won and lost in like the last moments of the game? Poker's no different. If you struggle in the later rounds of a poker hand, people are going to see that. And once they pick up on that, they're going to want to take you into the deeper waters of the poker hand. Because
They know the streets.
a lot of great players know what they're going to do before they even see the turn of the river card.
We must think of the future.
After all, it's a new world we're going into. One's got to take it as one finds it. Face it. Use it. Master it.
So with all that in mind, follow me as we go get this tournament started. And by the way, if the Purge ever comes to Tampa, I just found the perfect outfit. All right, number 3 is going to be the button, so that looks like we are going to be in the big blind. We have 5-4. Blinds are 10, 20. Number 2's out. Number 4 mid raises it to 40. Number 1 calls. 3 calls. As long as 6 doesn't re-raise it, we're going to see a flop because of pot odds. So 5-4, we are going to call the 20. There's now 2 under the pot. Flop comes 10, 7, 6. We're on a draw. It's the very first hand of the tournament, so we do not know these players at all. So everybody's stranger danger to us. I'm going to throw out $50 into a $200 pot. See if that could take it down. Number 4 calls the 50. Number 1 calls. 3's out and 6 calls. Alright, so I'm going to pause the tournament right now. Every time the turn card comes out, the number 1 question that I ask myself is, did this card change anything? If it didn't change anything and the card was a complete brick, that's easy for you because now the hand that you're trying to put the guy on, it's going to stay the same. But it's a lot different in these big multi-way pots. If you flopped a pair of 10s, and now this king shows up, heads up, you're kind of like, all right, what's the chance? But with like 4 other players, there's a higher possibility that someone now just hit the king. All right, the king didn't really do much of anything for us, so I'm not going to bet because when I did bet, all these dudes called me. Board checks, 1. Checks. All right, checked around. All right, river's the 9 of diamonds. Number 6 is first to act. All right, he bets 200Q into a $400 pot. Now, he was small blind, so he could have anything. He could have the 8. He could have a 10. None of the flushes made it. When I'm looking at a big river bet, the one question I want to ask myself is, does this all add up? Like, what was his actions pre-flop and on the flop and on the turn? You're at the very end of the hand, so take everything that happened and just did it add up? It's the first hand of the tournament, so it's really hard to figure out these people's playing styles. We don't know anything about them yet. Once we do know our players, you see the big bet, just rewind the hand back and just see, does this bet make sense? King 8 offsuit, we're on the button. All right, number 1 folds. Number 3 bets 20, 6 folds. We're not going to play this hand. Small blinds out, so it's big blind and 3. All right, Jack 10, 4, all spades, 50 in the pot, 4 is first act, half pot, and 3 calls. Okay, let's pause it. So the first question, did the turn change anything? Oh yeah, big time. Now, the next question you want to ask yourself is, did it help me? Did it help my opponent's range?
I'm asking the questions.
I know in this example, it seems very elementary just because of the 4-card flush. But now say you paired your Jack and you're like, hey, I got my buddy Jack. Any Broadway card that comes in the turn, anything higher than a Jack or another spade, you're going to be like,
oh, Jack, it's horrible.
And on the other end of the spectrum, say a complete brick hits like a red 6. You're going to be like,
this is a lovely surprise.
You could be holding 2 spades, 2 little spades, and once that 4th flush hit, I mean, 4-card flushes, they kill trips, they kill 2 pairs, they kill baby flushes.
Obviously, these are things that bug a lot of the young people.
When this happens, look at their bet size, and hopefully you have position on them. All right, 4 checks and 3 checks, ace on the river. Up to number 4, 100 in the pot goes half pot. Number 3 calls, hey, 2 pairs, aces and jacks. 6-4, and I haven't really had much of a hand this tournament. Number 3 just limps. 6 is out, I'm out. 2 is out, 4. 4 is out, okay. So, big blind and number 3. 50 in the pot. Up comes Jack 8-7, all rainbow. Number 1's first act with 50 in the pot. Checks it. Three goes half pot, 25, and 1. All right. Now here's what I was saying about that brick coming on the turn. 100 in the pot. 1 checks again. 3. 3 goes half pot again. And 1's out. When you're seeing really big bets and small bets on the turn and river, it's time to look at the board texture to see if this is all kind of makes sense. You got a really dry board, and this dude just bombs it. Look, is he just trying to scare you off? Like there's nothing on the board. And the opposite, you got a really wet board, something that like, oh my God, everything could come out like flushes and straights. It's really scary board. And then he just makes a little bet. If he had a decent hand, wouldn't he want to protect it with a bigger bet? All right, we're your first act. I got 5-3 suited. I haven't really had anything to work with this whole tournament. All these hands have been cold. All right, 2 and 4 are out. Number 1. Number 1 limps, 3's out, and 6 calls. Queen 10, 8. Check from 6, check from 1. So you're going to see on the turn a lot of people, that's when they tend to exercise pot control. It seems like if the guy's going to check the turn also, he's probably going to check the river. All right, number one is thinking. Bet 60. 6. 6 is out. Number one takes it down. All right, now we're in the button. 3-9, another lovely hand. 2 limps, 4 is out. 1. 1's out. 3's out, small blind. Small blind completes. I'll check. Alright, this is a garbage flop, but luckily for us, we are the big blind, so people expect us to have garbage hands. I will make a bet, repping like I have something, because I wouldn't expect anyone to hit this board. 2 calls. Wow, well, so much for that. 2 are diamonds in the turn, so there's 3 diamonds. This is a weird flop. The highest card is an 8. You would think that this would be a flop that would favor the blinds. Ooh, we just rivered a sneaky looking straight.
Thank you kindly, sir. May God take a liking to you.
I would have rather hit the 7 to make the straight, but hey, this is the first hand I've had in a long time. The pot's a little less than 300, so we'll go 210. I know some people might want to bet smaller to get calls, but I like betting big because there's a lot of money to be made on the river. Raises me. Huh. That's not good. I hate to fold this hand. This is the only hand we've really had all tournament. Here's the thing though. Yeah, we have a straight and we're probably beating somebody, but with a raise and facing an all-in re-raise, someone has us beat. Probably. Oh, 2 called. Wow, he slow played the nuts.
They walked right into a trap.
Well, number 2 is gone.
Hey, watch me make like rigor mortis.
Number 6 doubled up. Number 2 was our first casualty of the tournament.
By the time this film was completed, Monica and William Duvall were dead.
Yeah, listen, this is public domain videos, so, everybody's dead. Like, if it's in black and white, 9 times out of 10, you're probably looking at a bunch of ghosts. This guy? Probably dead. And her? Probably dead. These people dancing? You were watching a bunch of ghosts dancing. Now this one's tricky because there's a turtle in there, and someone told me once that turtles live to be, like, really old. That being said, this film is really old.
You know that thing must be 100 years old.
But the walrus and the lobster, those guys are dead. This guy died a long, long time ago.
Anything deader'd be stinking by now.
Man, I'm sorry. You come to me to learn about this beautiful game of poker, and here I am going on some silly whatever about all these dead actors. I'm sorry. I am a horrible instructor.
Put you in bed without any supper, you bad boy.
That monkey's dead. Okay, I'm going to stop. All right, we got 3-4. Flop comes Queen Jack 2, and there's 3 other players.
Rub-a-dub-dub. 3 men in a tub. Tub? Oh.
There's 120 in the pot. The flop completely missed us. So you have a pretty wet flop. You got the 2 Broadway cards there, and you have a lot of players. It's a big multi-way pot. If I did hit a flop like this with this many players, I'm betting it hard. I want to get rid of some of these people. I got to thin out the crowd. 1 calling station, it's a payday. A bunch of calling stations, it's gonna be messy. All right, 6 of hearts on the turn. I check 4 checks. Number 1 bets 90. 3's out. I'm out. 4's out. 1 takes it down. All right, we got 2-4 off, which is pretty common for what we've been getting. Number 6 is out. I'm out. 4 is out. Big blind. Check. All right, ace, 8, 4. 75 on the pot. Number 1's thinking.
Hurry up, you'll be late.
Maybe he's taking a bathroom break.
Let no man dare to break the seal.
All right, let's give this guy an intermission. All that for a check. All right, number 3, he checks. So 4 on the turn. We got a pair of 4s on the board. I know we're being all silly with the come on, hurry up videos, but like in real life, I'm cool with people taking their time thinking, especially in the turn, because you still got 1 street to go. 10 of hearts in the river. No straights, no flushes possible. Number 1 bets 90, little overbet, and takes it down. When you get a scare card on the turn of river, it could suck for 2 reasons. 1, because if you're nervous that, oh, this guy's got me beat, it's going to affect how you play the hand throughout. But another thing to really think about is you get a scare card, well, so did he. And if you have a decent hand, that could kill all your future streets of betting. And with scare cards, sometimes you'll see a flop or a turn, a card will come out, and this dude will just freeze up and stop betting. And you could tell, oh, well, that flipped him out. Yeah, he didn't like that 3rd club, or he didn't like that queen. I got 2-3 suited. I'm going to fold. Number 4. Ah, number 4 turns it up a little bit. I like it.
This'll heat up the party.
Oh no, the dinosaur turned up the heat and now it's all steaming and oh geez, look, the film is melting. Oh, well, this got dark pretty quick. All right, where were we? All right, 3 calls. 6 is the big blind and he's got pot is 250. It's king, 9, 6, 2 spades. Number 3 checks. It's on number 4. He also checks 5 on the turn. All right, number 3 bets half pot. 4's out. All right, we're in the big blind. We got 3-9 offsuit. Another garbage hand. We're used to it. All good. 4's out. 1 out. 3. 3 limps. Chip leader. Thinking. All right, he completes. 3 checks. Well, that's not horrible. There's 150 in the pot. We got an open-ended straight draw. It's the high end. 6 is betting into us. Cool. We'll call. Oh, everyone called. Ah, there we go.
Not bad at all, considering.
So, let's just bet out. We'll go half pot. 3 calls. Oh.
Uh-oh. It looks like trouble a brewing.
All right, we did not want to see that. I hate to check. The pot's like the size of our stack. Wow, deja vu.
I don't understand it. I keep getting beat. I'm sick of it.
You ever just feel the tilt coming on?
I think you're a little upset. Would you care for a sedative?
Get out! Get out, all of you! All of you, get out of here and leave me alone! Just get out of here!
All right, we're a small blind. We have 4 deuce suited. Number 1 limps. 3 limps. And number 6, look at how many chips this guy has. So everyone's kind of hovering around 15, a little less than that, except for number 6, massive stack. We are pretty short stacked compared to everybody else. Number 6 is thinking he's out. We're out. Here's our flop. JJ Queen, 175 in the pot. Number 4 checks. It's on number 1. Come on, man. I'm shooting a video here. All right. He checks. All that for a check. Checked around. Okay. Ace of hearts on the turn. This is a pretty wet board. So, to me, it seems like you wouldn't have to bet big to get people to fold. If you have a hand, you bet out a little. If someone doesn't have anything, this is not the board to wait and see, you know. Number 4 checks. 1 checks. All right, checked around. All right, hearts got there. 7 of hearts in the river. All right, number 4 makes a mid bet. 1's out. Oh, number 4 hit the ace on the turn.
I should like somehow to do him a good turn of some kind.
How sad is it that this is like the best hand we've seen all tournament?
I spent that night weeping. By morning, there were no more tears.
3's all in. Oh, 6 calls. Oh, number 1 calls. Oh, you know number 3's probably crapping his pants.
Now listen, no one will make fun of your clean trousers.
So in an ideal world, if 6 wins, we're in the money. We're good. Second option, number 1 wins and 3's out. And then we got one more guy before we're in the money. Worst case scenario, number 3 takes it down. And then number 1 is our super short stacked. Having so few chips, this is gravy for us, whatever happens. Number 1's all in. Number 6 didn't call. With that, another player eliminated.
It's dead. Success, yes?
Yeah, so all we're trying to do is make it to the top 3. That's in the money. So if another guy knocks out another guy, that's fine by me. That's what we're hoping for. That's what's crazy about tournaments, because like we're all playing against each other, but to some point, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. It's like those cheesy action movies where like the bad guy's about to get the jump on the hero. Some guy sees it, steps in, saves him. And at the end of the day, one less bad guy. All right, where'd we leave off? All right, flop is 9-3-5, couple clubs. Here's the thing. In the hand is our 2 chip leaders. There's 100 in the pot. So I don't anticipate a bunch of action because normally when you get the 2 chip leaders involved, they're not really looking to get into it with each other. And a couple final thoughts about the turn in the river. Sometimes you're going to see a guy's going to check the turn. This brick hits on the river, and now he wants to start betting out. And it's just kind of like, you got to ask yourself, does this really add up?
You're not making any sense.
Like, depending on the bet size, I look at that, and sometimes I get this feeling like, oh, you just don't want to take the hand to showdown. And I get it. All right, we got 2-9 suited. Blinds are 50-100. We are in the big blind. 4 is out. Number 1, our chip leader is out. So it's just the blinds. And I'm short stacked, so I'm guessing he's going to mess with me. And he's still thinking. Oh, cool, we got a walk.
Too early in the morning to be getting massacred.
We got Jack 4. We are in the small blind. So it is 150 total in the pot right now. We do not have a lot of options. We got to make moves. That's like more than 20% of our stack. So we go all in. It's against number 4, who's a little tighter, and he'll be less likely to call in the big stacks.
You talk about survival, kid. Let me tell you what it takes.
Oh, the all-in worked. Okay. So now we got 937. We're the button, and once again we have nothing. Blinds are 5100. Number 6 out, I'm out. Number 4. There you go. 3x raise, I like it. Number 1 calls, very cool. 753 is the flop, 600 in the pot. I need these two dudes to fight, because the next one, we're in the money. So it starts off a little pushing and shoving, maybe a little smack talking.
Man, I rap to you like that. Hey, man, what jive? You know that?
Turkey. He called him a jive turkey. That's just how they talked back then. All these movies are from the public domain. They're really out of date.
Oh, well, we got lucky again. That's early 1970. That's hard to come by.
Wait, we edit film. We can fix this.
Man, I rap to you like that. Hey, man, what jive? Turkey!
See, all better. We used a video within a video.
To our knowledge, we are the first in the history of motion pictures to record and photograph this phenomenon of nature.
That little beep button is like my favorite thing. Listen, I'll get back to the tournament in like 2 seconds, but like, watch what happens when you just beep out random stuff.
Emily, I want to ask you a favor.
What?
If I go away to State Agricultural College next year, will you every once in a while?
See, right? It sounds bad. I mean, he just really wants her to like write him letters or something like that. Hey, if you're like watching this and you're like, I want to do that, please do it and send it to me. I love this stuff. All right, where were we? All right, so 1 bet's 100 and 4 folds. All right, I got king 6. Bad position. I'm not going to play it. 4 folds. 1 in the small blind. He completes. And 6. Check. All right, flop. 7, 4, 3. All rainbow. 200 in the pot. These are 2 big stacks, so I'm not expecting a lot of action. Although, if one could knock out 6, that would be great. Check. Check. All right. 7 on the turn. Oh, bets 2. He calls. Oh, that'd be great if someone was like still playing the 7 and just blast it away. Jack on the river. Man, number 1 takes forever to think. Ace 10. Takes it down with the ace. All right, we got 6-4 off. Big blind. We are severely short stacked, as you can see, so everyone sees us like this.
They are quite harmless, and the little ones, that is the young ones, make a wonderful roast. Cute little things.
All right, I'm anticipating someone making a play on us. Number 4 is pretty tight, and he's got to get it through 1 and 6. Oh, there he goes. So, 1's out. Oh, don't do it, man.
No, don't eat me. I'm only a little fella. Not even a mouthful. Look, I'm just skin and bones.
I can't get away from this hand quick enough. one hates it more than me than when people squeal their tires. Except maybe this guy. We are small blind. We have 3-2 suited. The pot is 150, so that's pretty much 20% of our stack. I'm gonna go all in. I'm just guessing that this guy does not have a hand that can call him all in. If he does, then we have to deal with that. All right, worked. We have 6-4 suited. We're in the button. Probably not going to play this hand. We need to save our money. 6 is limping in. 4 completes. And number 1, who is the big blind, checks it. All right, here's our flop. We got 5, 5, 8, 2 spades. We would have had a flush draw. 300 in the pot. We need to see some action from these people. That's one of the best chances I have to win, is if one of these guys knocks each other out. We're in the money at that point. So, and right now it's not looking like that's happening. It's all check, check.
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 Check. Lost.
I want to see these guys get after it. I mean, like number 4 is like the short stack. Jump them. There's 300 in the pot, and you guys are playing poker like these guys fight.
That would look great in slow motion. I'll get it.
Maybe add some fight music. This looks like gang initiation for a soccer player. All right, number 1 makes a mid bet, 6 calls, Jack of hearts. Another mid bet from 1, 600 in the pot. Number 6 raises it up. Fold. Huh. Oh wow, he would have beat my flush. 10-9 suited. I hate doing it, but we have to change gears into survival mode. Oh, he called really quick. That's not good. Can we at least get a heads up? Fold, fold. Come on, buddies. Don't do it. Wow. All right. 10-9 versus... Oh, we hit something. Oh, trips. Wow. We just made a boat.
In fact, he's just crazy about boats.
It's crazy that all these training videos that I've been putting out, it seems like it's all been suckouts at the very end. It's a game, you know, but I do generally feel bad when I suck out on people.
I am terribly sorry.
Although, now I get a chance to finally use this clip.
You see boat, our boat.
All right, guys, so that's it. It's a double up, so game over. Hey, just a couple final thoughts about the turn and river.
Telegram for the audience. What does it say? It says here.
I spent the whole tournament telling you guys to be cautious of the turn and the river. Now I'm telling you, don't be scared of them, though. Like, if you're in the hand and a scare card comes in the turn, still, bet. Don't be scared to bet. If you make a conscious effort to really think about the turn and the river and how you're going to proceed with them, eventually it just becomes like you'll do it in the background. You like just autopilot. And that's when the game becomes more fun, is when you just kind of autopilot stuff. And then you can focus on more of like how the feel of the table and the momentum of hands and all that other stuff. I don't know when the next video is going to be, but until then, thank you for watching.